Welcome to the NYRA Bets Top 5 2025 Kentucky Derby Contenders, March edition. Our number 5 entry for Kentucky Derby Contenders might surprise some, but it is the recent maiden winner Cornucopian for trainer Bob Baffert, who won on debut at Oaklawn Park during the Rebel Stakes Day undercard. The son of Into Mischief might only have one career start, but it was an impressive one, taking the field in gate-to-wire fashion and showing his best stride late as he extended his lead in the stretch and should appreciate more ground. The fact that trainer Bob Baffert, who is coming back from a 3+ year suspension from Churchill Downs and the Kentucky Derby, chose to ship Cornucopian out of California to Oaklawn Park for his debut points to the fact that he is likely going to make his next start in the Grade 1 Arkansas Derby. Baffert is not afraid to step young horses up into the deep waters right away when they have talent, as he did with Triple Crown winner Justify, who had only 3 starts prior to winning the Kentucky Derby. Cornucopian will likely need to win or finish second in his next start to guarantee a spot in the starting gate for the first Saturday in May. It may seem like a tall task, but in a crop that has lacked triple-digit Beyer speed figures, Cornucopian's debut 101 Beyer speed figure looms large, and if he is able to build upon it while stretching out against tougher competition, he's going to be a lot to handle at Churchill Downs.
Cornucopian lets it out a notch, opens up, switches leads, and opens up 2.5. Zero Sugar running well on debut. Cornucopian, though, he's got plenty for the final furlong, and look at him go. Very athletic as he spurts away with a big kick. Now he's 5 ahead, maybe even 6. Cornucopian, a son of Into Mischief, looking strong, wrapped up in the end. That was impressive.
Our number 4 contender is still looking for that breakthrough victory, but Sandman is a horse that continues to tantalize with talent and could run his best race in the biggest race of his career. The son of Tappet, trained by Mark Casse, broke his maiden at Saratoga last summer, but was unable to follow up on that success in his first 2 attempts against Graded Stakes Company. However, after easily dispatching allowance competition at Oaklawn Park, he stepped up again into the Graded Stakes Company in the Grade 3 Southwest Stakes, where he had a terrible start but was able to make up significant ground late to finish a driving second to front-running winner Speed King. He emerged as the post-time favorite in his next start, the Grade 2 Rebel Stakes, where he broke more effectively but was still taken towards the back of the field and was unable to make up the necessary ground as he only finished 3rd. His propensity for coming up just short is frustrating the bettors, but there is little doubt that he will appreciate the 1.25 mile distance of the Kentucky Derby. His final prep race will be critical to see whether he can sit a little closer to the pace so as not to give himself so much to do turning for home. Tappets often take time to develop, and he may get overlooked come the first Saturday in May if he continues to tease rather than cash tickets. But his ability to pass horses and appreciate distance could make him an intriguing price.
Here comes Sandman on the outside, gaining good ground down the center of the track. It's Big Boat. Sandman alongside now with big, powerful strides to the front. Sandman goes, and Sandman draws clear to win it.
Coming in at number 3 on our list of 2025 Kentucky Derby contenders is the reigning champion 2-year-old Citizen Bull, trained by Bob Baffert. The son of Into Mischief has 2 Grade 1 victories, including the 2024 Breeders' Cup Juvenile, where he took on the top competition in his crop and won in gate-to-wire fashion. He followed that up with an impressive 2025 debut, winning the Grade 3 Robert B. Lewis Stakes at Santa Anita. One potential concern is his 3 graded stakes victories have all come in front-running fashion, and it seems unlikely that he would be able to dictate the pace of the Kentucky Derby the way that he has to his races at this point. However, his one loss in the Grade 1 Del Mar Futurity might hold more promise than some of his victories, as he showed that day that he can come from off the pace and pass horses when he went from 6th to 3rd, which is something he has not had to do in his 3 subsequent victories. While it might be challenging to win the Kentucky Derby in gate-to-wire fashion, if any trainer is able to do it, it is Bob Baffert, who has always shown the ability to get the most out of his horses on the front end. Additionally, Citizen Bull, unlike many other Derby contenders, have already taken on the top horses in his generation and proved to be the best. The big question is whether his form can travel out of California and to the Bluegrass State.
Citizen Bull in front, trying to take him all the way, and he kicks away. Citizen Bull by 2. Gaming is all out second. Getaway car third. Baffert 1, 2, 3 as they come to the finish. It is going to be Citizen Bull and Martin Garcia to win.
Our number 2 Kentucky Derby contender is Sovereignty. The recent winner of the Grade 2 Fountain of Youth Stakes is bred and owned by Godolphin, who's been a dominant force within the sport of horse racing, but is still in search of their first Kentucky Derby victory. The son of Into Mischief is trained by Hall of Famer Bill Mott and served notice that he was a serious contender last October when he went to Churchill Downs and broke his maiden in style by winning the Grade 3 Street Sense over a group of promising Derby hopefuls such as Sandman and Tiztastic. After a 3-month layoff, Sovereignty returned to go from last to first and tracked down front-runner River Thames despite a short stretch at Gulfstream Park in the Fountain of Youth Stakes. Sovereignty is a promising contender, having won going 2 turns underneath the twin spires of Churchill Downs, which sets him apart from several other top contenders. There are some lingering questions about his pedigree, as Into Mischief is not known for producing runners who like the 1.25 mile distance of the Kentucky Derby, but Sovereignty's running style would suggest that he will get stronger the longer the races go. His deep closing running style could prevent him from getting the ideal trip when running against larger fields, but his talent and potential is too alluring to leave off the list.
Off the turn and the stretch drive in the Fountain of Youth and River Thames. He has the lead by 2 with a 16th to go. Sovereignty begins to get on track, but time is ticking away. River Thames almost there. Sovereignty gonna dive at him late. Here comes Sovereignty!
And coming in our top spot is Journalism. The Michael McCarthy trainee, sired by Curlin out of a Grade 2 winning Uncle Mo mare, is bred for the first Saturday in May at Churchill Downs. His only blemish was a 3rd-place finish in debut sprinting 6 furlongs, but unsurprisingly, once the races got longer, Journalism has done nothing but win, breaking his maiden in his 2nd start at Del Mar before stepping up to win the Los Alamitos Futurity and the San Felipe Stakes, both of which were Grade 2 races. While the field sizes he faced have not been overwhelming, the quality has always been there. He's defeated horses such as Gaming, Getaway Car, and Barnes, all of whom are Bob Baffert trainees and graded stakes winners in their own right. What makes Journalism so effective for the Kentucky Derby is a combination of his pedigree, which is all distance and stamina, in conjunction with his running style. He has a highly effective tracking mid-pack running style where he can sit off the pace and let the speed wear itself out up front before he starts getting stronger in those final furlongs. The last few years at the Kentucky Derby, we've seen the pace get too fast and front runners fall back, and you want a horse like Journalism sitting a little off the pace to make that run for the roses.
Journalism chasing with determination, getting closer with every stride. And here comes Journalism, right on by Barnes. And it will be Journalism.